Beyond the Fairway podcast, Dougie Fresh, Will Lowry, Michael Strahan's coming in here to join us today on this episode. We caught up with him in Tahoe. We only had so long to talk to Michael Strahan, Will. You know how it is with that dude. He got game shows, morning shows, radio shows, podcasts. He's just an all-around G. So we got what we could. So we apologize now for the abrupt stop. He had a tee time. We had to get to it. Will, what's cracking?
Just bringing in traffic, dog. Just bringing in traffic. Air traffic controller Will Lowry, Soul Plane. And yeah, we're here.
So those that can't see, Will is actually wearing what seems to be a PlayStation headset on today's episode of Beyond the Fairway. You'll see it if you're watching this, but if you're listening, I feel like Will just got his ass kicked by a 12-year-old in Call of Duty. I'm getting gaming vibes, Will.
That's pretty accurate. I played a Madden. I'm in a Madden franchise league. You know, it's around the country. And last night it was a close game, and I ended in a tie. So I just been frustrated ever since last night. But we're here. Nothing's working. Technology is not working right now. My Bluetooth Beats won't connect to the computer, so I had to improvise. And now we here with PlayStation 5 headphones. So
well, we'll be sure to
right there you go.
Make sure before we go to the Strahan interview, we let people know which way to go to get it.
The air traffic controller signs what you're doing is perfect right now, because I feel like that. I feel that guy.
You know what pisses me off though? I'm gonna just talk a little bit today.
What?
On this episode, every so often you get a boring ass week in golf. Not gonna just hate on the industry. It's what we love. We love golf, and they can't say it on Morning Drive or Golf Today or those shows that are out there now. Golf Central. I'll say it. This weekend in golf was absolutely boring. Not, I wasn't even pulled to watch, the tournaments. Yes, Hideki Matsuyama won Zozo Championship in Japan. Super dope, right? The guy goes to his home country. He wins. He's the only player since Tiger Woods in 2019 to win the Masters and the Zozo Championship. But other than that, I don't have a storyline from that tournament, Will.
Hold on, Doug.
I don't even know.
Doug, the last 15 minutes of that tournament was pure theater. I mean, he 3 birdies and an eagle on the last 8 holes.
It's fine.
That was theater.
He won by 5. Like, okay, he didn't even need to do all that.
I mean, it was boring, but he won though. It was good. It was good for what the options that we had. Yes.
I'm not taking anything away from Hideki Matsuyama. Look. Winning on home turf has to be one of the hardest feats to accomplish in the game, and I'm not taking anything away from him. But overall, I'm just talking about the overall. I don't know if I had stuff going on in my life. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was the commercials and the build-up for the championships that were played this week. I just wasn't excited about it, man. I was like, you know what? Whatever, man.
Yeah, I admit, I can't say I was fully engaged. Like, if he wins this tournament, this definitely has to ease the disappointment of not earning a medal during the Tokyo Games. I wasn't like that.
You mean last year's Olympics this year, right?
Yeah, the 2021 Olympics that happened in 2020 something, whatever they say, whatever it was.
Yeah. Same with the Ryder Cup. That's still messing with me. Jin Young Ko getting a win, BMW Championship, 200th Korean player, a 200th win by a Korean player on the LPGA Tour. Look, is it impressive? Yes. Is it something that I was really excited about? No. She returned to number 1 in the world. Just wasn't exciting. Yeah, I just wasn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's news to me. Thank you for telling me that, Dougie, my man.
It's all right. And then here you have the oldest player that can still walk and swing. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm more impressed that Bernhard Langer is still whooping people's ass on the champion tour. I
really want to know what water he's drinking. Like, the fountain of youth has to be in his backyard.
No question.
Because the way this guy, I mean, even when you look at his stats when it comes to the Masters, like he's competitive even when he plays in the Masters. I don't quote. I might need to get our stat guys to help us out. I want to say he made a cut last year. I think he made a cut at the Masters last year.
Hey man.
Or maybe I can't remember. I'll figure it out. It's off week for us as well. But I'm really kudos to that guy for still doing his thing.
Couple years, not to sound flexy, but I'm just gonna tell a quick story. I get invited randomly to play golf at Adios. Yes, it's an all men's club. There's still a few of those around. Regardless of how you feel, the course was immaculate. So I get to the course, Will, and Bernhard Longer is putting at Adios. I go play 18 holes. I come back. He's still putting. I always find that interesting when it comes to like the elite players in the world because they will spend a round of golf doing a singular thing during their practice. Half the reason why I don't think I made it. But that's not the point. This dude is double my age and practice double the length that I ever worked out on one thing.
Yeah.
It's
funny. It's funny that you think that's the half is the reason why you didn't make it.
It's the discipline. It's the discipline.
But it's something about those elite players and how they focus on one thing. Because I guarantee you that a lot of players who are on tour and who are aspiring to get on tour can't do what he do around that putting green. Which also leads me to think, it kind of reminds me of, I hate to bring his name up, but Steph Curry. Like, when you see Steph practice, it's like no other NBA player can do what he do. You know, I heard rumors there were other NBA players that try to, come work out with Steph, and they can't get through those drills. So, like, why? It makes you wonder, like, if you know that's the peak, if you know that's where it stops, that's where the best happens. It makes you wonder, like, why other golfers or basketball players aren't kind of under the wing of those great players. So, yeah, I can see where Bernhard Langer is doing what he's doing and why he's so successful at the age of north of 63.
And not to chop you, he actually missed the cut last year, but he made the 3 previous cuts at Augusta. So I'm not trying to. I know you said that you didn't know. But fact check. I just want to hit you with the random knowledge.
Hold on, you ain't gonna crush me in front of everybody. I see that in the group chat. That had nothing to do with you. You are not Brandon Chambly out here on me. No, I read it. You just read it before I did, so I got you.
Black Chambly out here. That's all it was, man. Shout out to Brandon Chambly for holding us down when we saw him up at the Ryder Cup. Let's do this, Will. Let's go ahead and. I'm gonna let you introduce the Strahan interview because I'm sure you can. Bring it in and tell us where to go with it.
Well, here is our Michael Strahan interview from Tahoe, and it's short, but there's some great tidbits in his interview that I believe that we can take from it. So here's Michael Strahan interview at Tahoe, and hope you enjoy. Was that right?
Close enough.
Beyond the Fairway podcast welcomes in the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Michael Strahan. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm on the golf course. What's better than that?
we out here cooking, though, on this golf course.
If you smell something cooking, it's 3 black guys in a row right here in black chairs.
Out here cooking. Mike, why is this a week that you put on your calendar?
Well, you know what? I've been offered, been invited to come here year after year, and I kept saying, no, I can't do it because I have to take vacation to come out here.
Exactly. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, man. But it was worth it to come. I got a lot of friends who play. A lot of them I know I can beat, so I figure I wouldn't come in last place, so I might as well come out here and play.
Well, how do you manage the vacation time, the PTO time you request, when you have all of these jobs that you have, Good Morning America, et cetera, $100,000 pyramid? How do you do that? What does that invoice, what does that look like, the email?
You know what? I got a good team, right? So I got a good team of people. Things have to be planned out way in advance.
Okay, all right.
So it's not like, I wake up one day and go, I'm going to go to that tournament.
Right.
I'm going to take a vacation. No. Sometimes I got to lay it out a year in advance,
nice.
Which is hard. It's hard to do when you have kids, too. It's
Absolutely.
like you got school schedules and everything else. But if it's worth it, you make it work.
Absolutely. So how do you prepare for events like this, when you have all these stuff going on, hoopla?
Well, like for this?
Yeah.
Just play.
Just play.
Yeah,
So
get
it's
out
not a lot of
play.
preparation?
No. What can you do? You can't prepare yourself. Like, the thing that makes me most nervous is not really the golf, hitting the ball. It's the people.
The people.
The people.
Hold on.
But you're so used to the people.
Hold on,
Yeah, I'm
Dougie.
used to the people.
Hold on, Dougie. So you mean to tell me being in front of people is making you nervous,
Yes.
Mr. Hall of Famer?
Yes. I'm in front of people for everything I do except for golf.
Oh, nice.
Football, I know what to do in front of people.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. I actually like the people cheer, boom, kick me, yell, scream. I like that. Golf is different, man. If you think about it, it's crazy because everybody hears the athletes and all the noise
Right.
that goes on. Golf, the ball doesn't move.
Move.
Nobody throwing nothing at you.
Exactly.
It's quiet out. People shut up. It's just you.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's all
right.
here.
Absolutely.
Are there any things that you like brought over from football into golf? That are there any translatable skills?
I think
I ain't been
they-
hit in a while, so I gotta ask.
You haven't been hit in a while?
Nah, it's
we
since
can
high
set
school.
that up
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here,
yeah,
man.
right now, I'm
I
good.
haven't hit anybody in a while.
hit you want to hit.
Yeah, I haven't hit anybody in a while. I'm kind of itching.
Easy
What's going
killer.
on?
Easy killer.
He's like, dang.
The sun got me angry.
Yeah, he woke up real quick. Hey, Jerome, can you come over here and
No, I
stand?
don't want to mess with Jerome.
No, right.
Mess my shoulder up. Mess with him back in the day.
That hurts back.
Yeah, man. But when I just think that the things I learned to golf and football have in correlation to each other in life. Actually, something bad happens.
Yeah,
Just move on, go to the next one. You
get to the
can't
next.
think about it. You can't dwell on it. Football, you're not going to win every play. You get beat, you better think about it real quick because this 350-pound guy's coming right back to get you again.
Absolutely.
So you don't have time to be mad or to be upset or to dwell on what happened in the past. In golf, you're going to hit bad shots. We're not pros.
Right.
But just
And that
keep
makes
going.
and that's what made me wonder. Like when I hear people say in football and basketball they're nervous, it's a reactionary sport. When we talk about golf, that ball's not moving. You have so much for you to get in the way.
Yeah.
And that's why when I hear people say they're nervous, I'm like, I don't believe you. It's a mental thing. So
It's mental. You sitting over the ball going, oh man, if I hit this bad shot, they ain't gonna respect my family, my kids. Like I got a family name to uphold. Like there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of play.
man.
Yeah.
But you got millions of people watching you daily.
That does not bother me one whatsoever.
'Cause you don't see 'em, though. Like,
I
they
don't
not-
see. Even when we have a live audience, I love live.
Yes.
Live just keeps you engaged. It makes you focus. Not that
Absolutely.
golf doesn't make me focus, but it's just a different deal.
a different deal.
Plus, that's what I do.
It's fair. No, that's
And
fair.
if I were out every day, playing every day, practicing every day, not saying I would be a pro, but I'd be a lot more comfortable.
Absolutely.
And I just hope that people aren't lining fairways. Like, I don't really know where this is
Yeah.
going half the time, so y'all need to step it back.
Can you paint us a picture of what did it look like going from football into broadcasting?
It was, for me, it was scary.
It was scary.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
Everybody, 15 years I played. We win the Super Bowl. I decided I wanted to retire. I could have gone back and played more football, but I realized my head wasn't into it anymore. My heart was done. I'd done everything I needed to do in the game.
Absolutely.
I had to deal with Fox. I knew I had that deal.
Yeah.
I still was missing football. Still was scared to leave the game, even though I already had another job, because it's a lot of ways how your whole entire identity is locked up. And then going from sports to daytime
Yes.
and entertainment and then news,
Yes.
all those things are completely different. Game shows, everything's a completely different
Yeah.
mental process. But I never saw myself as just a football player. So for me,
That's
I
helpful.
look
Yeah.
and I want to, hey, let me see if I can do it.
Are you telling other guys, like, I'm sure you mentor guys in the league, are you
Yeah.
telling them that there's other avenues, like use this platform while you got it, but like we can flip this?
My number one message is when you have the notoriety and the platform, it allows you to get yourself into rooms that you
absolutely.
will not get in if you're a guy off the street. Now, when you're in the room, you have to
or
take
driving
advantage of
ranges.
it, right?
That's culture
You gotta-
capital.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You got to make sure that when you're in the room, because of who you are, that you add value to the room when you're there, so they keep you there. Because if not, you're just going to be a guy to get a picture with and go home and tell their kids and put it on their wall. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
But if you
absolutely.
bring value when you get yourself in those rooms, you can do anything and have an opportunity to be in whatever type of business that you want to be. And it doesn't have to be entertainment. It doesn't have to be in front of the camera. I'm so proud of like my ex-teammate Justin Tuck, who decided he didn't want to do TV, went to Wharton Business School, and now he's over there at Goldman Sachs crushing it.
Yeah.
It's so many different avenues that you can take. But when you're an athlete, to get you in the room, why don't you intern? don't have an ego. Go grab some coffee, get papers off the copy machine. I don't care how big of a deal you are.
Right.
Learn a business that's on somebody else's dime instead of you finishing the game and then throwing all your money behind something you know nothing about and you only hope to have success with.
I create a diverse pipeline for an entryway.
How the hell did you get in the game?
Golf.
How did it
I was
happen?
invited to stuff like this, and I would always say no. And then I realized, man, these some nice places they playing this game, man. Why am I not on the beach hitting the ball with the ocean?
Bro, I 100% get it. But I know we got tea time, and it's a nice place. You got to play it right back behind us.
Yeah.
So we're going to get you out of here, man. We appreciate the 5 minutes. Thanks for being on Beyond the Fairway.
Wish me luck. Wish me luck.
Wish me
luck. Wish me luck.
Hey, good luck to you this week, sir, here at the American Center.
Thank you. That was very important for you to say that to me. It made me feel whole.
You know what? I got money on you this week, so.
Oh, my brother.
Well, I don't have money on the man, but I'm glad he came to see us, though.
You know what? Just
gotta
because
bet
you
the
don't,
long
I'm going to
shot.
help you out. I'm going to ball out.
There we have it. We have Michael Strahan providing us some tidbits on, how to kind of maneuver around the golf industry and how to maneuver just around business on other people's dime. I thought it was pretty interesting. Sure. I thought it was pretty interesting, Doug, when he said, learn how to pick up some type of business, learn business on other people's dime. And I think that's one things that, one of the perks of being an athlete, you can kind of get into some circles and some rooms that can carry you throughout your career after or post whatever sport it is that you're playing.
Yeah. With Strahan, he's like the modern Steve Harvey, right? Steve Harvey he's like the template that I feel like Strahan's trying to achieve. Game show host, morning show, podcast, everything that has to do with entertainment and the microphone, Michael Strahan is a part of. But one thing, Will, that stands out to me, he went into the league with a plan. And I look at friends that I have in the leagues, the various leagues, and you watch spending, you watch frivolousness, you watch all these things, and I don't feel like people actually go in and plan for the end. Look, the average lifespan of a player in the NFL, Will, 5 to 7 years. 5 to 7 years. And day one to say, okay, in 5 to 7 years, what do I want to do next? And use that time, that platform, that connections, right? To get somewhere, I think is so forthright and so damn smart. So shout out to Strahan for giving us those nuggets that if you do get a platform, think about how to use it to get to where you want to be. And you know what? He didn't want to be in the NFL anymore. He wanted to do some different Sorry, Brian. And that's what he did.
And I think it's dope, man. And there's guys that you can watch right now who are in those leagues, and you can see how they maneuver, how they move. What comes to mind is Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is probably one of the smartest guys when it comes to just being in the business sense. You can see how I spent some time with Andre Iguodala at the Workday golf tournament benefiting Steph Curry's foundation, and it was amazing to see how Andre had the lingo in the dialogue when he was talking to some of the big tech leaders in the industry. And I think you have to really have a plan, like you said, from the beginning, and see where you can be in the end as far as how to make extra money outside the court or course or field or whatever it is. So everybody really model after of Strahan and Steph and Iguodala and Fitzgerald, and to see how those guys move in business, and they pimping the sport, which is pretty dope.
And let's just be honest, them cats is rich. Like, they rich, they on their way to wealthy, right? Rich is something you can lose with a drug habit and a bad night in Vegas. Wealthy is generational. Shout out to Chris Rock for that little line. But that's how I've always looked at it when I heard that. Like, these guys are, like, almost wealthy and can pay other people's salaries and bills. And it's impressive. I hate to keep using that weak-ass term, but it is impressive that these guys have basically just flipped it. They have flipped the script. Like, they're not those athletes that go play the league, retire, and then try to live off other people. They're not Antoine Walker. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, you did not
Antoine
say
Walker.
Antoine Walker, did you?
I did. He played at Kentucky. I've known him since I was a kid. He's not Antoine Walker. He ain't out here in Atlantis betting 300,000-400,000 on blackjack and craps.
You won't say
just saying.
that? You won't say that Antoine Walker face?
I will and run. Yes, I will.
That and running is something you might get away from him doing. So that might be perfect.
I'm out. He ain't getting me. He ain't getting me. That's all I'm saying. But look, Mike, we appreciate you coming in here, going beyond the fairway. You're welcome back. I want to expand because what's interesting, Will, and I don't know if you heard it as we just listened to, we weren't the best interviewers with the Strahan interview. I'm just gonna be honest.
No.
We've come. That was Tahoe. That was June. Whenever it was, into June, 1st of July. We've come a long way. Since that.
That interview was so damn annoying, bro. I couldn't stomach through it, man. I said absolutely 58 times.
This is about 18. I counted.
Okay. You can't count. I didn't know. I see your scores. Hey, but however, it was there's a maturation process, and that's where we are. You know, that's where we are.
Well, people think you can just come in here and do this real quick. Like, no, there's some things you got to learn. There's some things, like what I appreciate now. We actually will let each other finish talking before we.
No, we won't. We won't let each other finish. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But it's funny, like we've learned like cues about each other, and then we were stepping on each other's conversations, and we always had some type of filler word like absolutely or facts, you know. And it's nice that now. I think we can see that the conversation or the point that we're trying to make isn't finished, and we can wait until we're both done to come in. It's just little stuff that makes us a little bit better. We're so much better now. So much better.
One thing I do give us credit, because we're athletes, we will adjust and adapt, I think, in a more timely manner. Going back to what, Michael said in his interview, he was saying that he wasn't really nervous in being in front of the crowd. He wasn't really nervous being in front of the camera, but he had to really prep to get ready for being on camera, making sure that he's prepared in his whatever it is that he has to do. And so I think what I'm trying to get to with you and I, because we're athletes and we're okay with being in front of a crowd playing golf or what have you, is all we have to do is get the technique down a little better. And then, it's going to start coming a little more natural, a little more flow or what have you. Because I just, give me some time, dog. Damn.
I was borderline nervous talking to Strahan, man. Like to us, Michael freaking Strahan. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here like half fanboy, but then trying to be like, prim and proper and get my questions out. And hey, I enjoyed the conversation. I want to do it a little bit longer form though. Mike, come on back up in here. Bring that ass here, boy. We got some more golf to talk about.
I feel like his gap disappears and comes back. Does it? Does it come back and I can never pinpoint.
It was fixed. No,
it was fixed. But I feel like I just saw it not fixed just recently. Like it's I feel like the gap. I feel like he has a lisp, and then sometimes he don't have a lisp. Maybe just me. I won't say that in his face either.
Hey, but you got Nate Burleson that's made the jump, and he's on his Strahan morning show NFL
Absolutely.
vibes. So shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate it. Will, you want to get to it? As I know there's some things we still got to discuss today, but let's go ahead and I'm going to put it earlier today. Let's go ahead and get to it. It's the Shank of the Week. You know what, Will? Usually for the Shank of the Week, we sit here and we discuss some bull stuff that's happened around the game of the golf. Maybe not in golf that applies to golf, like the lady that was speeding in a golf cart on I-95. That was hysterical. I don't know where you found that story, but that was damn funny. But today, I want to, be a little cliche. Over the weekend, we had the Zozo Championship, third round. There's a player in the world named Colin Morikawa, known for being a great ball striker, but guess what? He shanked it. It's a fact. No, he shanked it. You know what? He shanked it, and it wasn't even televised. So in his post-round interview, he's talking about something that he thought he'd never do, was hit a shank during competition. Well, Colin, you actually called yourself out. I gave you Shank of the Week for whiffing a ball to the Memorial Colin Morikawa. I'm only giving you the shank because I like you and respect you, but you hit a shank. Shank of the Week goes Colin Morikawa.
I like it.
Shank.
this Shank of the Week, Doug, I want to go further in depth on a conversation what annoys you on a golf course. But let me give you the start of this conversation. My Shank of the Week goes to my new white friends that I acquire on the golf course.
Your new white friends.
All my new white friends that I'm about to acquire on a golf course, because this game puts you in position to meet new people, and you know you're going to meet people from opposite backgrounds. So my Shank of the Week goes to my new white friends that I'm about to acquire and who I just recently met. So this weekend, I'm playing golf with one new white friend, and for some reason, I don't know if it's a hip hop competition between him and I that I didn't know about.
Okay.
Because he's playing hip hop music on his Bluetooth speaker, which is cool. I mean, I don't know if it's an unconscious bias in this, because he automatically assumes that I'm just a hip hop connoisseur. I mean, do I look like I'm a hip hop connoisseur? Okay, Doug, don't answer that. But however, is the fact that he's talking about, hey, Will, man, what you think about this lyric and this track? Bro, I don't know. Hey, Will, what track, what music you got going on in your car right now? I personally have Huey Lewis in the News in my car right now. I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Fairway playing.
Yeah, exactly. I got Gordon Lightfoot. I mean, this unconscious bias that you're putting on me, man, is tough. Like, it's tough. I am a hip hop fan, but I'm not a part of the new.
Yeah.
The new stuff. I'm just not all the way in on the new stuff. Not saying I don't appreciate it.
There's
I'm
like
just not
5
in on
rappers
it.
named Baby. So
Yeah, Baby and Littles. And it's crazy, the little rappers that I knew
Baby.
in the beginning, the rappers that I knew in the beginning back when I was coming up were little or old, but they still little. It baffles me. I don't know. I get mixed up. So all I'm trying to say is, man, you know, to all my
like
new white friends, my old
Jeezy.
white friends, there you grown ass Jeezy. Exact. Grown ass Wayne. It should be old Wayne now. Little old Wayne. But just to all my new white friends, my old white friends, hey man, I don't know all about the hip hop stuff. I'm with you, but we're not a hip hop competition, and we're just gonna listen to the songs. That's all we're gonna listen to the songs.
Hold on, grown ass Lil Wayne, adult Wayne. So you're at the golf course. Some white folk play some hip hop music, and it made you feel uncomfortable. Like did you feel like
cringe.
your blackness? But was your blackness like is there a blackometer? Whereas like you weren't black enough in that moment, or how does this work?
I feel like you're trying to make me happy. You don't have to make me happy by playing hip hop songs. You don't. You can still continue with the country. Like, so let me tell you a quick story. So I'm in the middle of a shot. I think it's a 250-yard shot. I'm about to go in with a hybrid, try to be impressive with the little 2-iron, whatever.
Okay.
And I think it's a shot that can be heard around the county, right? And I'm over the shot, and then my song comes on. Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. And I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm feeling it. God, you with me on this. It's a spiritual shot. And while I'm about to pull the trigger, the guy pulls the wool over my eyes and plays Many Men Wish Death Upon Me. And I'm just like, whoa, how do you go from Chris Stapleton to 50 Cent? And, you know, tempo got quick, hit the ball out of bounds. It doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is you don't have to accommodate me because you think I like hip hop. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm still just upset about that. But that's one of the few things that annoy me on the golf course. It's just annoying. And when people play the music too loud, the music is supposed to be for the golf cart, not for everybody else to hear on the golf course.
Agreed.
So I that really frustrates me and gets under my skin. When your first reply is, huh? Hey, that's your ball over here. What'd you say? How about we turn the music down so we can hear each other talk? That's just me. That's my 2 pennies.
Okay. So no music on the course for Will, apparently. If it's Cole Swindle, we can let it ride. Or
Thank you.
You know, maybe some Rascal Flatts, Montgomery Gentry.
There you go, Doug. That's what I'm talking
little
about.
Paramore. Carrie Underwood?
Jason Aldean. Give me a little Lee Bryce.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
You just don't want no little Yachty or little Dirt.
No. If you can give me little Lee Bryce, I'm cool.
Hey, hold on, Will. I don't want to call you out, but I have a pressing issue that I need to discuss. I actually had a chance to see you on, I believe it was Sunday. You played some golf with some friends, and I saw the waterhole conversation post round. You didn't say a lot. You had a look of disgust on your face. I want to understand. I know you went out and played with some friends. There was some money that was taking place and some betting. Did you not win any money? Were you beat by a CPA? Like, what happened that you were so dejected?
I lost. I lost to a guy who does taxes, and I lost to a guy who just came back into the professional world of golf. I lost.
You lost
and
to
I hit
top golf instructor.
I lost to a guy who's an international tax attorney. It was just so demoralizing. And I'm hitting the ball good. That's the bad part. The guy just rolled like 8 birdies in on me. And I still didn't care about being around them after. I'm a sore loser. I didn't care about being around them. I care about their life.
So that's what
time.
I saw. That's what that you had that F y'all face, like.
Yeah. I didn't feel like talking to you. I didn't feel like talking to whoever they called. I didn't feel like, and I'll do it again. I won't talk again.
Random story before we go. I'm playing golf with Alice Cooper, and we're playing here in Phoenix. I know,
Name drop.
Start there. I mean, I'm sorry, it wasn't Steph Curry. I mean, we hear that every episode.
Alice Cooper is way bigger than Steph Curry.
So I'm playing with Alice Cooper and my neighbor Earl next door, who's just the GOAT. And we get on the second hole, and Alice is playing music. He's the DJ for the day. And so it's a 70-year-old man. He's a rocker. It might even be older than 70. So I'm like, what is he going to play on this Bluetooth, man? Like, am I going to be listening to, like, Ozzy Osbourne and, certain places I can't go. Just be honest with you. This man put on some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh,
and I was like...
Not Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey?
He came over to me, Will. He goes, hey, and Alice is so smooth. He's like, hey, Dougie, now this is good music.
Ooh.
And I was like,
ooh. See, you did an unconscious bias too.
Yeah, for him, yeah. Because yes, that was unconscious. Hell, he made millions rocking out, chewing bat heads off. And now he's playing golf, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Trying to convince me that this is good music. Like, you don't have to convince me. This is fantastic.
I have to.
It's a vibe.
I have to interrupt. Ozzy Osbourne did the bat heads chewing. That's
fair.
Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin.
Look, I wasn't born yet.
You can't put them all together, Doug. You can't put them all together.
Hold on, but he did something. Hold on, what did he do?
I know he had one song. What's it? I ain't evil. I'm just good looking with my long hair, and it's just cooking. I take you to a center right on time and put my greasy fingers up your greasy spine. Oh, sorry.
Free my family. That's all we got for y'all this week. Beyond the Fairway, man. Be sure to follow, listen, subscribe. Go ahead, let us know. Hit us up on Instagram. We out there, man. Will, I don't know where you're gonna be next, but we got some projects coming out. Will's got some stuff he's writing. Always stay tuned. You never know. You just don't know who's gonna pop in. Go Beyond the Fairway with us. Will, always good to see you, my friend.
Absolutely. And shout out to our first ever podcast with the Blue Check. This is a monumental moment and feat for NBC and Beyond the Fairway, for Will Lowry and Dougie Smith, a.k.a. Douglas Fresh on the IG and Will Lowry Golf.
That's it. I like that. That was fantastic, Will. Yes.
I'm learning how to
In case you guys didn't know, we are verified, damn it.
I'm trying to get in and get out. I'm trying to learn how to get in and get out. Brevity. Hey, they call it 5 B's. Be brief, brother. Be brief. Brevity.
Be brief. I'll have to count that later. Okay.
It's great. You had it right. You had it.